Thank you for joining us. My name is Lauren,
I'm Carson.
and from anime to comics,
Fantasy sci-fi.
this is Input Unknown. Hi, welcome back to another episode of Input Unknown. My name is Lauren,
I'm Carson.
and today we're going to be talking about Captain Marvel.
Yay.
You're so excited for this one.
Not really.
Hi.
Not really.
I think it looks good. I'm excited for it.
That looks alright.
I hope it turns out very well. I'm mainly more excited because there's going to be, hopefully, they're going to be talking about the Avengers Endgame in it.
They should be, since we all know Captain Marvel's in it.
Yeah, we know Captain Marvel's in it. Ooh.
It's not spoilers at this point. If you haven't watched Avengers Infinity War, then that's your fault.
It has been, it's coming up to almost a year since Infinity War has been available.
And they play it on TV all the time.
Yeah,
too.
It's so good. I'm excited for Endgame. Can't wait for it. But today...
Should we start with what they should know before going into this movie?
Yeah. If you don't know anything about Captain Marvel, this is about Carol Danvers, who originally in the comics started out as Miss Marvel.
So good.
Where she was saved by the Kree soldier Captain Marvel.
And Marvel.
Marvel, who is the original Captain Marvel.
Can't remember his bracers they came from.
He was a Kree.
Yeah, he was a Kree warrior.
He was a Kree warrior.
Went and saved her. You know, a lot of adventures. I'm not going to go down it. You meet the Kree race. One thing you need to know is the Kree. They have been, you haven't seen before, in the, S.H.I.E.L.D. series. They were talked about a lot, and a lot of people thought they were going to go more in depth on it. They end up not. It's probably because they're waiting for
Captain Marvel
movie. A lot of hopes and dreams were crushed with that they're going to go like, oh my gosh, Kree, you're coming. Oh, no, they just teased us and then left away. Then, with Ronan, the accuser.
He was also a Kree soldier. Well,
a zealot.
Yeah.
He's such a good character too.
Yeah, it was a shame. I think it still turned out well for him in the Guardians of the Galaxy for the movie itself.
Yeah, he didn't get a whole bunch of them, but he's so much cooler in the comics. Anyway, though, they're a warrior race. They're constantly at war with, from the trailer, you see Skrulls,
which are going to be the main villains as far as we can tell from the trailers. And the Skrulls are another alien race. They're pretty much the opposite of the Kree. They are all about stealth, infiltrations, and deceit.
And lies.
Yes.
And they should be in a Fantastic Four movie, not
going to
Marvel.
happen.
I know, but no.
Happen.
They are Fantastic Four villains. They are not Captain Marvel.
It's not going to happen. It also makes sense for Captain Marvel because the Kree and the Skrull are always at ends with each other. It
never ends.
It never ends. They're always at war with each other. So it makes sense for them to have the Skrull as the main villains.
Until they barely lead like a nihilist or something.
Someone's a little salty about it. So pretty much the Skrull are an alien race that are able to shapeshift into different beings. If you saw in the trailer that the newest trailer that and they can transform into an old lady and you'd never know.
They also, the more advanced ones can actually copy powers too. We don't know if they're going to have them in here, but probably a no.
I hope not. I honestly hope not, because like you said, that is a Fantastic Four villain. But
I wasn't thinking about
I was thinking Super Skrull. Yeah,
they're not gonna Super Skrull. Remember they can do like the gene modifications that add powers in.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen, but I think what's going to be showing is Captain Marvel for one. Is the Marvel. I think Marvel is going to be shown in there. From what it looks like in the trailers, I think that's who he is. Captain, or the original Marvel.
Do you think they're going to go off the comics and have him be a Skrull? I'm thinking yes.
If they are, I applaud them. I applaud them for sticking with some of the comic stories and being able to actually put that into the movie. Obviously, that would be a giant spoiler, though, because it was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it, but we kind of called it. Yeah. A lot of comic people who read the comics originally would have called it. So, oops.
And do you think this is going to be their take on in the MCU of Secret Invasion?
No, I don't believe so.
You don't think they're going to have like the Skrull gods show up and there's or do you think they'd be made for later?
I think they're going to save it for later. I think that's too big of an of an arc for them to just willy-nilly just throw it into Captain Marvel.
They threw away willy-nilly. They threw the Black Order and Infinity War. They threw them in there. And it's like, oh, here's these cool villains. They just die.
I guess, but I hope not. Honestly, I'm hoping not because the Secret Invasion was such a good comic arc.
It was super good.
It was really good because it was like you never knew who was a Skrull until it was too late. You never knew.
There's only I guess we don't know how in depth. We don't know the depth of how well their change is going to be affected. I didn't see watching the trailer. I didn't see any device that Captain Marvel had, so we don't know how she's detecting the Skrulls.
That is true.
Usually they have like a special ability, like if you're psychic, you can kind of read their mind. Or Wolverine, so you can usually smell it, but later on they made it so they could change their sense. So even people with super heightened senses can't detect him.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see how it goes.
I just hope they don't do anything like, all Kree have that ability with the powers. They can just sense them. I was like, really? That's really dumb.
Yeah. Another thing, too, that you should know about this movie is that this movie is based back in time. Back
like 70s?
Mid-70s.
I think it's 80s.
Somewhere around there. It's back in time. It's after Captain America's time, but it's definitely I think it's after World War II.
It's definitely after. I think it's near when S.H.I.E.L.D.'s getting that real strong tech.
Yeah.
I think like when they're first getting like the helicarrier and Quinjets.
They started being built and all that stuff. So you're not going to see a lot of like Iron Man, Captain America stuff. You're not going to see the Hulk.
You might see Howard Stark.
You might see Howard Stark. You might see Tony Stark's father.
Might be maybe a reference to Pym.
Ooh, Hank Pym. Yeah, actually, think about it. That could be a way to tie Ant-Man and Wasp to
or if anything, it would be Goliath. If I was watching, Goliath could be in it.
That would be cool to see. It didn't look like they added any other heroes into the trailer, but of course, if you're trying to keep those secrets, that's a smart way to do it. But if they added another hero, like a B class hero, well, technically Goliath is like a C class.
Yeah, I mean, he's much more prominent in the comics, but
yeah, but that would be
hundreds of heroes.
That would be really cool to see. But that could be how. Yeah. But I could totally see how they can connect it now, since Hank Pym, they had a younger Hank Pym in Captain Marvel, that could be where they connect Captain Marvel to Ant-Man and Wasp, and that could be their connection to Endgame.
That would make sense.
Yeah.
Before we do this, we need to talk about what not to confuse Captain Marvel with. So
yes,
when you look it up in Wikipedia, just be mindful. In Marvel, there is a Miss Marvel who is X-Men. That was Jean Grey.
No, that's Marvel Girl.
Oh, sorry, Marvel Girl.
She
went by Miss Marvel also.
No, she didn't.
A couple times.
No, she didn't. She went by Marvel Girl.
I'm thinking of Parallel Universe one.
Yeah, you're thinking of different.
So Marvel Girl, that is Jean Grey, or in the original X-Men, that's what she went by, was Marvel Girl. She had several different costumes, but you might find that in your search.
Then you don't want to mistake it with Captain Marvel, aka Shazam, anymore. That is the DC hero character of Billy Baxton.
I totally thought you were gonna go with your other one, your Miss Marvel.
Oh no,
Your girl.
I can go with that one afterwards. But you can talk about the other Captain Marvel.
Oh, yeah.
Well, there's that one. Then there's also Miss Marvel. There is the Miss Marvel Carol Danvers, and then there's the newest Miss Marvel. Her name escapes me, but she is
I know what you're
of
talking about.
Middle Eastern descent, and she doesn't get her powers from the Kree. She gets the powers from the
Did she get
name
her
escapes me.
Terrigen Miss?
Yeah, what is it?
Does
from?
she?
Yeah,
Huh.
yeah. Terrigen Miss, which is Inhumans. That's what it was. She's an Inhuman.
Oh, yeah. I wonder if they could reference Inhumans. Sadly,
They
the show didn't make it anywhere, but we're cutting kind of long, I think.
Yeah, but there's a lot of information that you got to understand when it comes to the Captain Marvel movie.
And the Kree history.
And the Kree history, and the Skrull history, and Captain Marvel, and Miss Marvel, and all that stuff. But thank you guys for watching this episode.
Before we're in it, I will say my expectations for the movie aren't exactly the highest, but I'll still watch it.
Mine is kind of up there.
Again,
I think he's gonna.
Skrulls should be with Fantastic Four.
I know, salty, but can't do anything about it. But thank you very much for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe right here.
And please like or comment down below if you agree with us, if you don't, what your thoughts of Miss Marvel are, if you're confused, put anything down there.
Yeah, and if you haven't already, watch some of our other contents. We have a lot of different kinds of episodes, and yeah, we'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye.
Later.